Yeah, totally.
We're doing it live. We're doing that live today.
Yeah, I'm just gonna barge into the room, shove
It's
my
like how
camera
to
right in her face.
yeah, anything for the clicks, dog.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
I think that's
we're
why you need
live.
to get your bench press up to big numbers. That way you can hold them back as they try and like scratch your eyeballs out.
It is pretty helpful. That's the
Mm.
bulk of the combat
Functional.
sports I do is people scratching my eyeball.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're live. We're 7 minutes late, but we're live. I'm here with who from Australia? What's going on?
G'day. G'day, fellas.
Remember to
It's,
tell us
Mick,
your name, Mick.
Mick Dundee from Australia. Developer of the Starting Strength app, and contribute nothing to this show whatsoever, but I'm here. So
Local mustache connoisseur, member of a new band. What's the name of your new band, man?
Haven't decided yet. But,
you haven't decided yet?
You know.
Does it have an Instagram page?
No. And even if it did, I would not be promoting it on this show. For
all right, if you're watching, put your suggestions for Mick's band name in the title. What was the last band name that you've been in?
I don't even want to say that.
You don't want to dox yourself for your band?
No, I don't. I already had a couple. Last time you doxed me on this show, I had a couple of people. Start messaging me, like someone messaging me asking me about deadlifts or something, and I was like, nah.
You were like,
no
chance.
chance.
You are. Oh yeah,
well
the
done
Djokovic
banning
man.
Djokovic. Who's Djokovic?
Novak Djokovic. He's a tennis player from Austria who came to Australia, and you'd think they'd be chill with each other, but they're not. And then it's basically been this. How long has it been, Chase? Have you been keeping up with this? No? Okay, so
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
He came to Australia for the Australian Open. He's a tennis player, and then they haven't started the event yet, but basically they've been like debating how to kick him out of the country legally. And then because he is
Australia's pretty good at that, to be honest. We have a great history with that.
Because he's a celebrity who has anti-vax sentiment for the good of the public, they are deporting him because he may spur other people to also not want to get vaccinated. So that's what's going on. Cool dude in the chat. How many feet is Mike told he has to be away from schools? That's a good question, Mick.
Well, we use meters in Australia, idiot. So
yeah, checkmate, atheist. Yeah.
So yeah.
What's the foot to meter conversion? What's the yard to meter?
I don't know. I've never had to use it before. So
it's a little bit. I think a meter is a little bit shorter than a yard is.
I think a meters are more than a yard.
Chase, do you bet over or under?
I thought it.
Just drop your pants, Chase, and just bend it in half and show us how big a meter is.
I'm going to say it's a little bit over 3 feet. I think it's like 3.3 or some shit.
Okay, a meter is about 1.09 yards.
There you go.
Is what we're doing. So they're surprisingly close. Tricky Trick in the chat. He said a meter is more than a yard.
Well,
best friends in the whole wide world. Thanks, Trick. How's it going, man? We have some Tricky Trick videos going on. Chase, tell us about yourself, man. What's going
on? Well, it all started about the age of 5. I walked in.
Where did the man touch you, Chase? Point on the stall.
No, I'm just hanging out, trying not to get the COVID up here in OKC. Everyone's kind of flipping shit. Everyone's kind of getting sick. It's a seasonal thing. So,
I've been sick for like the past week. It's been
terrible. You had it though, didn't you, Chase? I thought you already had it.
Yeah, I had it last year around this time, and I haven't had anything since.
What drugs did you take to get rid of it, Chase?
Ivermectin.
Nice. You just rubbed it in your eyeballs? I have no idea how it works.
So the thing that I got was it's legit like the horse dewormer, right? Like the stereotypical
5-gallon jug.
No. So it looks like a syringe, but it doesn't have a needle. So it's just you can draw it back to like a 500-pound horse, 1,000-pound horse, and then exceeding, right? And it says it's basically for a one-time use, but like this thing can literally last me in a village of like 500 people for about half a year.
What size horse did you just use a half?
I did my highest total. I did my highest total, and then I just dropped that shit back. No, it's enough to like cover like your pinky nail here, and then I licked it, and it's apple flavored, but it tastes like apple and vinegar a little bit.
Oh, that's awesome!
Apple and freedom.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my god, Mick, we're gonna make you a small head. We're making Chase the big head today. There we go. Big head Chase. Did it work? What happened?
Yeah.
Did you die? Did you get more pounds on your total?
No, I mean, I all my symptoms kind of went away pretty quick, but that was so I got
Have we just been
COVID.
black banned off YouTube now? I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like just
I
we've
hope
said
so.
about 3 keywords now.
yeah, we're
We've
done.
said immigration, ivermectin.
Deportation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who gives a
No
fuck?
ex Djokovic. Yeah.
But it was I got COVID. I think it was at a Christmas party in Wichita Falls with me and my friends, and it was probably 4 days afterwards I started noticing like some symptoms. Like I felt like I was just really overtrained, and I was like, this will pass. Just need to kind of relax. And then I fucking got bombarded with just total fatigue. I was super hungry, and then I crashed for like 10 hours one day after work, and I was like, this isn't normal. And then I called my boss at the time, and he's just like, yeah, don't come in until like you're
Stay
asymptomatic
away.
and stuff. And then I went and got a test, which was kind of stupid because I mean a test is always going to be positive no matter what almost. Um, and what was really funny about that, it was a drive-in test. So I have like a junky old car, and I just like roll down
A
the
what?
windows everywhere.
A
A
junky car.
old
Oh, a
car.
junkie. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a piece of shit, right? It's kind of a lemon.
I thought
So
you
I'm
were just riding a junkie, literally riding a
no,
junkie.
no, 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 no. And like my AC is just me rolling down my windows, right? So like I'm cruising around, I feel totally
What
fine.
car is this?
It's
Docs
an
your
what?
what kind of car do you have, dog?
It's an '07 Volkswagen Jetta.
You had an 07 Jetta? Jettas are
I still
wonderful.
have it.
What did you do
Oh,
to
I
your
mean,
poor Jetta?
they're good, but so I bought it at like a shitty ass car dealership for like I think it was like $5,000. And I mean it's reliable, but at some point it kind of I guess Volkswagens have this problem where like they slip gears sometimes. So I'll
Mhm.
be driving trying to accelerate, and you'll just hear like a and like I'm driving manual. It's terrible, but I'm pulling up to the site, right? My windows are all down, and then fucking it's like DEFCON 5 whenever they saw me doing that. They're like, "Sir, you gotta roll up your windows." And I'm like, "Well, I have to roll down my window to talk to you. So what do I need to do?" And they're like, "You need to wear a mask inside your car." I'm like, "No, I'm not doing that. Like, you're all away, and like you're not gonna come in here and make me wear a mask anyway. So no." And it was just a bunch of um, political bullshit, just making you trying to obey whatever they say. And
I thought it was just because you're so white that was kind of blinding them. So they were like, please cover your face so we can see what's going on.
yeah, well, they saw that I was the invisible man. I was kind of like translucent, so I had to like spray some shit on my face real quick, and then they just thought that's not normal.
Some shoe polish.
Yeah, but after that, I just kind of had like 2 weeks off, and it was really fucking boring. Didn't really do
Nice.
anything else after that.
Man, they're paying people out here if you get COVID. Like, do they just go, yep, we'll give you money. You got COVID, you
Really?
got to stay
21
home.
Jetta. So I've looked it up, guys. The 2007 Jetta does have a lot of transmission problems.
Oh, it does.
But apparently there are mild transmission fluid leaks, but there's no transmission fluid dipstick to check the fluid levels. So you have to take the fill cap off from the bottom and then fill it in from there. That's what you have to do.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I think you could probably solve this. The trip to a transmission shop.
Well, I did that in Houston, and they said that we don't know if this is going to work or not. So whenever they flushed out everything, they saw little bits of metal in it, and they're just like, well, I think this may work. This may not work. We probably shouldn't have done this. And it's totally fine now, but yeah.
How many miles do you want it, Doug?
I bought it with I think like 110,000, and I have 140,000. So not that much.
Oh my God. That's so few.
I know.
Thought Slayer 69 is here. We're so close to the All-Star cast. We have Tricky Trick 69 here. We have Thought Slayer 69. We don't have any other 69.
No Fab Gamer's not here. So
I know, that's all we need is
We'll
no
get him
Fab
in here.
Gamer G.
I wonder how long his streak is of not fapping.
But also gaming. I think he just doesn't fap when he plays video games.
Right.
As soon as he's not playing video games, he can be done. Oh, we can mix it with a Chase 2.0 thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Tricky, you just got to go to the Instagram, man. You got to follow it.
Yeah, just he's a cooler version of me.
Yeah, he is a much cooler version.
Yeah, he's at least 3 times as cool as Mick and I are, but he's
definitely.
slightly about it. He's just about.
And he has a girlfriend, so that's 2 things he's got over me. Like a hot girlfriend too, like not even just a regular girlfriend. Like she's quite attractive.
That's like that means 2 units of measure.
That's right. Yeah, at least 2 meters better than me.
At least 2 meters. Oh god! All right, we gotta get a video going. We gotta get some tricky trick videos playing.
Mm.
Let's see here. I haven't pre-screened these videos, so we're gonna.
I get scared of what happens to that Dropbox. Sometimes things
Have
just
we
like
have
save in there.
have we had anyone who's just like sent in, their dick flapping around on their legs or anything like that?
I had one guy. I just got a video like at the freeform checks, and it was just like a girl dancing. I was just like, I replied to the guy and I said, "Is this the video you meant to? Is this the video you meant to submit?" He goes, "I never submitted any videos. I don't know what you're talking about." He goes, "How did you hack my phone to get my daughter's dancing video?" And I was like,
we have L7D. I believe that is Lucas in the chat. How's it going, Lucas? We got Johnny G here too. Johnny G, he says, "I think I have COVID-19. Wife tested positive," and then three emojis of someone screaming. Congratulations, I suppose. You can spend 2 weeks home with your lovely wife. That's great.
I think I got COVID from a fart. We'll tell that story later on.
I don't want to hear this story. You're banned.
I'm interested, man.
Jail
exactly.
immediately.
Yeah.
Legion strength and
we saw this the other day, right?
I think this is a different one.
Is this the same one, Tricky?
I don't know. Is this the same one? This is still in the folder, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I think this is the same one now that I'm watching it.
Hey, Tricky, can you go get your SSC certification so we can have at least one coach out in Australia?
Just fly me out to Australia. I'll stay there from now on. That's fine.
Mm.
So it's the same one, different angle.
You bring your kayak, Alex.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Chase, I'm gonna get into kayaking, Chase, is what's going on.
Our boy Johnny G got the ivermectin paste. Hell yeah. Fuck YouTube. Fuck all y'all who doubt ivermectin.
And you can buy it online using the discount
Exactly.
code StrengthClub1 for 20% off on your first order. We've definitely been shadow banned now.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, our hundreds of views are now down to 50.
Hundreds of views.
So did you have any feedback for whole Tricky Trick?
I don't know. You guys do the feedback while I figure out how this
It was the same video, but I think what it was is like his low back was kind of causing him troubles. He says rushing the setup, right? And he was kind of jerking it off the floor. And the thing that we told him was, in consensus, slow down, take your time to push, just maintain the back angle and use your quads to push.
Yeah, we have 14 people in the chat. And if we count in my mother and grandmother, that's 12. I guess we have Chase's parents and Mick's parents at the same time. That means we have at least 3 human beings watching this.
My parents haven't returned my calls in years, so
they're like, go find a nice wife, give us grandchildren,
a nice Jewish wife or Asian. Been there, done that. So kayaking, is that your what's the go with that?
Yeah, man. So the apartment I just moved into has a body of water. I'm literally 20 yards from the back of my house. Oh my god, I have to open this file with VLC. No, I'll dox myself. It's called Linkhorn Bay in Virginia Beach. The zip code is 23. I don't know what the zip code is. But yeah.
Bay.
Yeah, so like literally I think I can just keep a fucking kayak on my balcony and then walk like 10 yards and I'm at the water and then just fucking go out in the ocean and die.
Are you gonna press the kayak above your head as you're walking down the street?
I don't even have to walk on the street. Like literally, I could if it's a light enough kayak, I can throw it from my balcony to the water. It's like I would say less than 10 yards. It seems very insecurely built, I think. I don't know if I should have built a place this close to the water, but
have you got floaties big enough to get around your jacked biceps?
I haven't been able to train in like a week, dog, because I've been sick. My biceps are like 9 inches now. It doesn't even work.
How many
just
meters
rapidly losing all gains. Yeah, the videos, we're having technical difficulties in the videos. I think Tricky said that last week that he sent in a bunch of videos, and all I have is those 2 deadlift videos. Yeah, Mick, you got to check the email, see what those are. Pete's in the chat. How's it going, Pete? Kayak fishing is a bomb. I've never really done that much fishing. I just like getting a sick arm pump going around kayaking. I think that's what I'm going for.
Hey, Tricky, can you send me your latest videos? I can't find them.
But yeah, possible topics, questions. We have the tricky updates from Australia. Mixed technological literacy.
Yeah.
Finding
there, done
motivation
that.
to train. And then we
Mm.
have Reddit. Why even bother? Chase, do you want to talk about any of these?
I'm never on Reddit, so
Can we do some form checks from Reddit? Like there's a few, there's always videos in there. Can we just pick one and do it?
Yeah, can you share your screen, Mick, and do that?
No, well, we've been through this already.
All right, let's look up our starting strength here.
I could try. Reddit starting strength.
I guess we can just talk a little bit on
thank you for your
conditioning while
service, Tricky.
y'all are all fucking around with the technology shit.
Yeah,
thank you, Chase.
So like the conditioning, I think like first you have to answer the question of like, what is this purpose serving? When am I ever going to need this? So for example, like if you're just a novice and you aren't really going into a sport, you're not in an off season of any sort, you're just generally trying to get stronger, your conditioning does not need to be a priority. It needs to just sit on the tail end and focus on getting stronger first. And then as you get into more of like intermediate, and then if you're somehow into the advanced training, then you know that you may need conditioning or not. And then what best solves for conditioning. It could be like a sled, could be an echo bike,
kayak.
Yeah, it could be kayaking, whatever. Machine
Fighting,
kayaking.
Getting sweaty with other men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's the conditioning is kind of more tailored to the sport. So like boxing, for example, you're kind of doing intervals, right? So you're hitting the bag for let's say 2 minutes nonstop, whatever you need to do.
Mm-hmm. Captain Awesome, how's it going, man?
Have you guys ever done that Tabata training?
Tabata.
Yeah, for people who are actually in good shape, it's really not hard to do a Tabata.
I did it once.
You're not able to exert enough effort.
What's a Tabata?
That period of time. It's 30 seconds of it's like basically it's a superset or circuit of different movements.
No, well, basically it's. I think the way it was supposed to be done, it was designed for cyclists in Japan by Professor Tabata, who I assume looks like Mr. Miyagi, but I'm just, I'm not 100% sure on that. But basically, I think it's like they do 20 seconds at 100% intensity of cycling.
Mm-hmm.
So like sprint cycling, and then they take a break for, I can't remember what the interval is. They take a break for like another 20 seconds, then it's another 20 seconds of high intensity. They do that 8 times to overload your VO2 max.
Mm-hmm.
And they found that it actually, this short duration, it only goes for 2 minutes or 4 minutes, the whole thing. They found that it, increased your cardio fitness by some huge amount.
Yeah, so Tabatas are great for people, and one of the faults about it is that people who are relatively untrained or just not that athletic in general, they won't be able to push that hard or relatively hard enough within that period of time. Like if you don't have much muscle mass and you've never done the activity before, you're not going to be able to cycle that hard in 20 seconds. So like it's good to have things that are low skill, like an assault bike is really good for it. A normal bike, you may not be able to push hard enough. But outside of like cycling, like the lowest skills sitting on a exercise bike, they're pretty hard to implement. But if you can get good at them, they're
just sprinting. I think I did it with just sprinting around a track.
Oh, I hate you, man.
When I was playing soccer back in the day. I did it once and I vomited at the end of it, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. But I mean, I was like, 45 minutes later, my lungs and heart were still pounding from that. And I was just kind of doing nothing.
Yeah, I think one of the problems, it's kind of like, and it's like the rest, like someone just doing a random programming template. It's like people just drop that shit in without requisite prep work, without requisite kind of understanding of where their conditioning is actually at. And then they just try to apply it. And they end up with a situation like Mick where they're like, wow, that was the worst experience of my life. How do we feel about this guy's deadlifts? This guy's Doom Guy 2103. Chase, have you been watching these?
Yeah. For the most part, these are pretty good. He's still kind of struggling a little bit with back extension. Like he's kind of hanging on to it, but as soon as he pushes, it's kind of lost there. Shove your stomach in between your thighs and hang on to that. Think about the sensation of it being really uncomfortable as you push, and not just superseding it, as in just pushing and getting the rep over.
Yeah, I think on some of these he's almost he's setting up with the shoulders a little bit too far past the bar, but as he's getting tight, he's pulling them in the correct position.
Mm-hmm.
Just be wary of that in case that gets a little bit worse over time. One thing Pete said that I do have an answer to that I want to talk about. So the good Echo Bite workout for conditioning. If you are programming this for lifters in your gym, you have to figure out what their relative fatigue cost is for the workout. So for some people, if they do intervals, even if they're really not that stressful, they're going to feel beat up. The fatigue cost is going to be super high. For other people doing like 15 minutes long and slow on the Echo Bike, that'll beat the shit out of them too. Start by just trying to alternate between both directions of like longer duration versus sprints, and then see what they respond better to. I think the cardio response, especially like after a workout, because you're likely doing these after a normal training session, the responses are so different, or have the capacity to be so different, that you need to try a little bit of everything. But if you start with one thing and you're like, wow, the fatigue cost felt way too high for what I just did, try something different, and then you'll probably land in a better direction. These presses are weird.
Yeah, man, they're like, I can see why people don't fucking like Reddit, because you just get weirdos like this. But I mean, what's the purpose of doing an AMRAP set on your press? Like, this shit's way too light. First of all, like, what training effect are you getting here? They look like push presses. I mean, there's a lot to unpack here. You need to kind of discuss your, with, and come to terms with, are you going to even do the hips motion? Are you going to even worry about doing the shit correctly? Or are you just going to get a pump?
Yeah, this seems like the I don't have a rack version, where he can't really actually go that heavy for fives because he's limited by how much he can clean. But yeah, man, so for pressing AMRAPs, I mean, these are fine. I would just say shrug harder at the top. And then if you look at these at the bottom, you're going to lose these at the bottom if you wait any longer. Think about keeping your elbows in front of you on the way down, and trying to catch them right on your collarbone rather than in the middle of your chest. Yeah, I don't know. Get some squat stands, dog. Get some squat stands.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of a shitty excuse, because you can always build your own squat stands, like out of like 2x4s and
yeah, if you get
so
creative. Oh, here we go. Third session back in after 2 years of chasing the hypertrophy. A hips higher, 100 kilo body weight, 137 kilo deadlift. Man. How you feeling about these, Chase?
I don't think he's done a complete rep. Like,
I know this is kind of like the reps done, reps completed, 0, 0, 0.
Yeah, you're failing to lock out your knees and your hips at the top. I mean, the start really doesn't look that bad. Just flatten the back a little bit harder. I want to see more wrinkles on the shirt, and just slow down the whole entire rep here. You're kind of rushing through it. Take your time. Get real uncomfortable with the setup. Push, lock out your knees and your hips, and you should feel like at the top you can hang on to the weight all day long.
Does he have one more in here? Yeah, I always tell people to think about pushing their crotch into the bar. Like, try to push the bar a little bit forward of where you want it or where you think it's going to end up. I've noticed this problem when people take a break from deadlifts for a while. Like, he'll still have the muscle mass to deadlift like 137, 140, but like that comfort in the top position is just not there. Yeah.
Hey, tricky trick. Try sending it through the app. The videos, that should be working again.
Lucas said, sprinting, track and field training is great, but hard to recover if you want to lift seriously. I couldn't do both at the same time. Would have to prioritize. Yeah. So this is where periodization comes in. If you're doing like very high velocity, like high recovery demand sports like this, you're likely going to have to periodize your year. This is one of the blessings of having the school year structure for most track athletes. It gets a little bit trickier once you're out of like the D1 or high school to D1 environment. I've tried Tabata doing class, not as hard. Yeah, Tabata, it really depends on how hard you can push for the Tabata. But you need to periodize if you're doing training like that. It's hard to do both of those at full intensity. These deadlifts pretty decent, right?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. Next.
This is Decolands. Any comments for Decolands, guys?
I like to see your toes out a little bit wider. And then on the setup here, try not to lean on the bar, but just kind of create some tension in the arms from the very start. Put some weight in your hands, and then again have some tension also in the hamstrings. And other than that, these look pretty good.
Yeah, Captain Awesome. I always like to just do my like if I'm doing accessory work, or what people call GPP now for some fucking reason. I'll just do my accessory work in a superset or a circuit like that, and then you'll get a really good kind of Tabata-esque or
What does
interval-esque workout.
GPP stand for?
It stands for General Physical Preparedness, which is for like nerds who don't do
That's so fucking
sports, who are like,
stupid.
oh, we need to be able to do stuff that isn't the big barbell lift because I never do anything else with my body. I always recommend people always like, hey, how about just go do a sport, find time in your life for another activity. That's hard to do though. Joey 333 here, 19 hours ago, struggling to get my squat form right and would appreciate suggestions. 60 kilos times 5.
Is he going barefooted?
He's got some socks on. He's not raw dog on the floor.
Basically, he's basically raw dog.
Yeah, man. StartingStrength.com. YouTube, Starting Strength, how to squat.
Yeah.
That's what I would say is the big thing here.
I have a new tricky video.
Oh, you have a new trick video?
In the next folder. I wonder if I could actually, I might better play it from here. Let me have a look. Are we not even going to bother with this guy?
It's called Tricky New real quick. I'm gonna try to get
let me
this
just
video
see.
going.
Hang on.
Oh, this is the boy benching. Is what's going on here.
Am I playing it? I'll try and play it. How does this even work?
So we got Thought Slayer 69 said in the chat.
Whoa.
Whoa, and guys.
Was fighting in my ear, man.
All right, Nick was too large of a head there. Here we go. Nick, start this video over.
Can I play it?
Yeah. High hips on rack. A little bit over 3 plates on the bar. Oh, this is so choppy,
Easy.
Mick.
Yeah, it is. I'm just glad he
Is that a
has
single?
Jesus behind him, kind of helping him.
I know, he does have Australian Jesus behind him. You're only allowed to get one haircut a year there, so it's pretty rough. You have to do it yourself otherwise.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a single.
It's he's doing so many reps, he just keeps re-racking and unracking it every time. Yeah, that's pretty good bench single. We just got to get Tricky's Instagram. We just got to put that in the show notes, I think, is what we need to do.
Yeah, what's your Instagram? It is just, wait, isn't it like, I've forgotten it. Yeah, what is your Instagram, Tricky? We'll just chuck it in the comments. Is that a bogan?
This is an interesting one. Cool Dude says GPP is the term Westside uses. I believe that Westside, in like an elite FTS style of system, they will use this for like hey, before we're doing our big lifts, the lower back extensions, the ab work, the bicep work, all that shit that you're doing, we're putting that in there. I think the term is kind of like co-opted and poisoned into all of my non-barbell lifts. Whereas the way that Elite FTS with airlifters and then Westside, the way they structure their warm-ups and doing that GPP work is actually really interesting. So check that out if you have the chance.
Fascinating.
Here we go. This guy's called Adventurous Gap 3000. Let's check this out.
So what's the Adventurous Gap? That's the thing that
I don't know.
about.
He has his hands at a place. Okay. How do we feel about these guys?
Overall, these aren't bad, just high.
Mm-hmm. They're not even that high. They're a touch high, and
Yeah.
you need to drive your hips up. If you just go Starting Strength Hip Drive on the YouTube channel, you'll find a few videos to explain what we need you to do, man.
Yeah, just don't feel for depth. Just keep going lower than you think. Shove out the knees is a good way to kind of think about this, but your knees are fine. They're not really, outside or not inside of your toes here. Just you have to physically think about keep bending a little bit more.
Yeah, and I think he's squatting in front of a mirror, and then to boot, his head is tilted up. So turn around, aim your face down, drive your hips up. This is a fun one. Chase, did you read this?
Yeah, I was trying to read it before we had Tricky Trick's bench video. So we have Thought Slayer 69 in the chat. I posted to the Reddit more than a year ago when my press was stuck. I remember someone told me I should try doing more front, rear, and side delt accessory work. And then he goes on to say, Chase, is your secret 150 lateral raises? No, my secret would just be it's all the LTEs, right? I don't even press anymore. It's just the LTEs. I just focus on each individualized muscle fiber, and I try to get that to about a 50-pound max on each fiber, and it transfers over to my presses.
Yep. This guy's deadlifts are a little interesting. I would look up Phil Megger's quick tip on setting down the deadlift. I think the descent here could be cleaned up a little bit. Otherwise, these are pretty solid deadlifts. I think you're looking up a little bit too high. What do you think, Chase?
I think he's dropping his ass a little bit before he starts. So instead of
bars coming away from his shins as well.
Yeah, instead of jerking into position, add a half step in there. So, shins 1 inch away, foot over the bar over the midfoot, grip, shins, all that stuff. Freeze, make sure you're in the right position, and then push from there.
Yeah, I think these could be a good bit heavier. I think if you clean your act up, you could probably put 455, 460 on the bar without actually changing too much. Yeah, these are solid. He's 6'3", 205, so he has some room, man. He has some room to
fucking
grow.
gain like another 20 pounds, man.
Mm-hmm. And then how much weight to rack pull? That's a good question, but not a video, so go to hell.
Yeah, I need pictures, Alex.
How am I supposed to know how much weight to rack pull if I can't see your physique? What am I supposed to do?
I love these pants for
so this is kind of interesting. So like the caption here says, form check please, I am aware of my wrist issue due to improper grip. Gyms have been closed for 2 weeks, so cannot upload a better video. Please advise.
I love when people hit the please advise. I love that. It's
well,
very official.
I like how some jackass was on here saying like, dude, bro, your fucking wrist, they're gonna break in half. No, like the rest, there's bigger problems that you need to solve here. Like one, his knees are going really far forward and his back angle is really vertical. I think he can kind of solve the bigger issues by, again, freezing his knees, getting his ass back, and assume a more horizontal back angle. But, this kind of goes to mind of how, like, new coaches or people who are not familiar with the model, they'll kind of pick on small little non-important aspects of the lifter to pick apart first instead of the big monstrous shit that's in your face.
Yeah, like when you're triaging it, it's like wrist and upper back positioning can be a problem if the bar is moving so much the lifter can't figure out their torso angle. If they've figured out their torso angle, I don't care if they only have their pinky finger on the bar, if they only have their middle finger on the bar. I don't give a shit, one thing you see on Reddit a lot, there's a lot of 60 kilo 135 checks. There's a lot of those. Sinclair? Yeah, all the time, dude. All the fucking time.
Yeah, and like here recently at the seminar, like for a while there at the kind of the earlier years, everyone was really vertical, and then now here recently, everyone's heard Rip kind of bitch at him about you need to lean over, and everyone's kind of really exaggerating it. So now I've had to do it a few times at the seminar where I'm like, look, drive your chest up a little bit more, enough to where like, you're actually using your hips and not overdoing it and leaving your chest behind.
Cathart right here. 212, on the conventional pull. Not sure how I feel about my form. Thoughts? Question mark?
How many comments
don't deadlift
did this video get compared to the other ones? That's what I want to know. That's what I'm most interested in.
This is 62 updates and 19 comments.
Beautiful work.
I know. It's truly amazing.
Probably the best dedeadlift I've ever seen.
The best. Don't deadlift with your head. If it feels like... oh god damn. I have one of my friends, he will send me screenshots from Reddit of people doing exactly what Mick is talking about, of just being like just the thirstiest simps in the world, being like, hi, I'm a personal trainer from blankety blank, fitness can be really confusing, let me help you. And they're just like trying to slide into these poor girls' DMs, and it's like, dude, just go outside. You're killing me.
But Alex, you would have to talk to the person in life. Like, no, we can't do that.
All these people should go to jail immediately. Whenever
I feel
I'm
like just to
president,
even up the
jail.
score a bit, we shouldn't do a form check on this one. We should just scroll down to the next one.
Oh,
Just-
she's perfect.
I guess
But she's obviously got a lot of advice, and obviously, we've got nothing more to contribute.
nothing more to contribute. Yeah, you just fucking put your head down.
Just find
Sinclair,
like
have we
the
seen
guy. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Have we seen a video from Sinclair? Do you guys remember Sinclair? Seen a video from him?
I don't.
I don't know what your username is in the app, Sinclair. So let us know if you sent
over
in a
double
video.
on my work sets. What the? Fuck
I think
is
he's
that?
meaning he's just getting really horizontal on his working sets. I'll see some starting strength content, and the coaches will put it out. It'll be like someone lifting one of the gyms, something like some example. I'm joking.
Oh, we lost Alex.
Yeah,
We're gonna
dying.
watch him die on air. This is gonna be our best episode ever.
Like
This is gonna get the most. This is gonna get
It's
the
like
most
a goat-
views.
Like a ghost dick just went in his mouth and he's choking on it.
Awesome. This is the best thing that's ever happened to the show.
This is awesome.
Here he's back.
All right,
Jeez,
I almost
you're
choked
right,
to
man.
death to
You're
answer
a
this
picture of
question.
health, Alex.
Oh God, I know. Yeah, there's nothing ever wrong with me ever. But yeah, I'll even see it with some starting strength content. The lifter, their head will be like incredibly far forward. They'll be leaned over to like fuck all. It's interesting. It's how things correct. Oh, Sinclair, he's a criminal. He uses the Strong Lifts app. You just got to email us, man.
Spelt incorrectly as well, might I point out.
A live death. Man, I'm hoping for it. Just free me from this mortal coil.
Yeah. Let us know so we can schedule
Seriously.
in, Alex.
How do we feel about Objective Bus 8387's deadlifts, guys?
He needs a new name first. I don't.
Hex
bus.
plates?
I don't understand that.
They kind of look a little. They're round, but I think they
They're
have
round,
like
but they
a
got a
hex
flat
styling.
And that may just be like the lip of the plate
Yeah.
to grab on easier.
How do you feel about these, Chase?
I like to see more legs out of it. Like on the one that he just pulled, there he kind of had the use of the bounce to kind of help him up with this. But as he's going from a dead stop, he's using a lot of the back to pick it up instead of using the legs to first break the plates off the floor. And then the rest is you just standing up with it.
Yeah, keep your legs in the game. I would say push the ground away with your legs. That cue set should fix everything. The position he's getting to here at the start of rep 1. Do you have any complaints about this position, Chase, right here?
I'd say his hips are a little bit low.
You think hips are low? Okay.
So his shoulders are almost like right over the bar. I'd like him a tiny bit forward.
Yeah, he opens up his legs a little bit early too.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, these are pretty clean. I think these would mature out just fine. I don't think they need too much intervention. Oh, here we go, guys. Form check, kind of new to this power building universe. It's a whole universe, boys.
I can't tell if this guy's a midget or is it just a weird angle or what's going on.
It is low hips in combination with him being a brother.
He's got a
short
giant
variety.
head as well. I think that's the problem.
And yeah, me and this guy are 5'1" together. This is what it looks like when I deadlift.
Oh, I want to be this guy's mate so bad.
How would you fix this, Chase? What would you tell this guy who's new to the powerlifting universe?
I mean, just one sentence here, man. You have to freeze your hips in a position, and the position is going to be real high. Getting the sensation of being uncomfortable is going to really help you here. Because, I mean, you can clearly see he's squatting it into position and the bar is rolling around. And at the top, due to this loop in the bar path, he's getting way on the heels. There's a lot of shit that's going on here. But I think if you fix the start position, this will totally be just fine.
Yeah, to add, don't look around and panic. There's a lot of you either like looking at your arms, looking at the plates, maybe looking at the mirror, something like that. Just be very as mechanical as you can on this on the deadlift setup. Starting strength 5-step deadlift, YouTube, find it, and then just follow that. I think you have back extension in hand, so
yeah,
that's the hard part. So
if you're going to look around, just twist your back as well. Just like rotate your whole hips as well at the same time.
Yeah,
I've heard that works.
There are lifts that you can rotate in. You might as well just do those. All right, Jolly Sherbert here, or maybe Sherbert, I'm not sure. Squat form check. This is my third workout into the NLP. I noticed that my knees are going too far forward. My back angle is too vertical. I may be
If it's
mistaken.
his third workout, why has he got
185.
4,000 pounds on the bar?
It's 242, maybe in kilograms. Who knows? Who knows what that conversion is? He's 185 at 5'11". This is 242 for squats out of 5.
It's 110.
This is one of your boys, Alex. He's just come from the bodybuilding community.
Oh, absolutely not. This guy's way too fat. You see all that?
So
See all that
this
stuff
is
in
kind of
there?
cool. Like, if you can see his pants, like, so in the book, and just the model itself, we need to bend the hips and knees simultaneously. And if you play it again, Alex, you can see like his hips bend and then his knees drastically against the contrast of his pants. This is why he's feeling his knees are way vertical, or I'm sorry, his knees are forward and his back angle is vertical because it's shifting into the bottom. If he were to get his knees a little bit further forward at the start and then initiate with hips and knees at the same time, these will be just fine.
Yeah, and the stance is too narrow. That's another big limiting factor here. It's very rare to see people who are squatting this high in this manner when the stance is sufficiently wide. Move your stance out, follow the stuff that Chase said, and then just be very deliberate. So it's just like he starts rep 1. Let's see here. At 9 seconds, and then you just pop in between reps. And that's one thing that Mick made the joke about with the bodybuilding community. You'll see that a lot of times, like bodybuilding style squats or bodybuilding style movements just in general. And he finishes at 22. Like a set of 5 is going to take you longer than 13 seconds to do. Like it really should, even just on setup. Take your time, rebrace in between each rep, get really tight, get ready for the next one, and then do the following rep. Don't just pop in between them. Oh, am I out of novice? Those posts always kill me. All right, hold on. Let's just read. He's 5'7". He weighs 160.
Can we read the next one as well? The next one's pretty good too.
Oh my God. Will starting strength work for me, or is it a waste of time? I've never made any real progress due to an insufficient diet. How do you feel about this one, Chase?
I mean, if he's 25 and still up that same body weight, he's not going to follow the program because he's not going to eat. He's just had a helpless loss, man.
Oh, this one's crazy. Oh, this is Coomsicle. Coomsicle posting.
I think it's
No, it's Coomsicle. It's Coomsicle. We can confirm. He says exactly like the title says. I am at around 310 at 16 years old. Yeah, I know I'm fat and started at a 115 bench. I'm at 170, around 3.5 months into lifting now. I'm currently maintaining calories because my goal is strength, not weight loss. I'm not trying to be impatient. I have a friend who's around 160 and he hit 205 6.5 months into lifting. So I'm just curious. All feedback is helpful. Thanks. What feedback would you give this guy, Jace?
Just keep adding weight to the bar, man. It doesn't matter when you do it. Just know that it's going to be a faster process. If you just don't do any other bullshit, just add weight to the bar and just follow your dieting and stuff like that to the best of your abilities, and you'll be fine.
My man Coomsicle is 6 feet tall on the dot. That's pretty sick.
big boy.
I know.
Yeah,
6 feet tall, 310.
What's maintaining calories at 310? Is it like 7,000 calories?
That's a lot of calories. That's a lot of calories. It's a lot of calories, man.
It's just a lot of mashed potato.
I don't think he's doing starting strength. I don't think he's doing starting strength.
Think
That's where I would start.
It must suck though that a guy who's half your weight is benching more than you though.
Oh, this would be quite the thread. Is the YouTuber Athlean X a good spice of fitness advice? 68 comments. There's no way. If I go in this thread, I'll kill myself. This is why I had to stop going to Reddit. I just wanted to shoot myself in the face all the time. I didn't have the strength to do it.
Come on, can we just read a couple of the comments, please?
Absolutely not. No. This is the hill I die on. I'm not going to the back of the bus. I'm not going back.
We could fix this guy's squat, or we could have fun in that thread. So
we're looking at this squat. We're looking at discount Star-Lord squat here, guys. Side-by-side comparison, which one of the two looks better, major flaws notwithstanding? That's interesting. I don't know what he means by that, because isn't the point to fix flaws? 2 small sets of 185. He's a pretty big guy to be squatting 185.
He's definitely got the chest down cue.
He really does have the
He has
chest.
got.
How you feel about these, Chase?
I like his eye gaze out a little bit further, and then him to set his knees a little bit quicker. Um, it's really not that bad. He's kind of doing the opposite of like that one guy with the white pants was doing, where he's holding his
That's
knees
true.
back, or rather, like he's shifting back out of the bottom instead of at the start. See, like right there, if you look in like the video on the right side, he's shooting back with his ass first. So he is trying to drive his hips back instead of straight up. And this is why you're getting this really horizontal back angle out of the bottom, almost like a good morning. So he's going to have to think about almost driving his body up against the bar. And this will iron it out after a few reps.
Yeah, if him and that other guy meet up and then they could squat in the whatever intermediate form is, it would be the perfect squat.
Yeah, it would.
That's the goal here. If they could be best friends together. All right, no way I'm going to read this one. It's too many
Just
words.
a wall of text.
Nope.
No.
Now here we go. I sell trust. Form check. 3 weeks, 245 at 159 pounds body weight, using a belt because my back hurts. Chase, would you have any idea why this gentleman's back hurts during the deadlift?
I don't know, man. I couldn't really see it because
It's a
it's not
mystery.
bouncing into my head, you know?
Yeah. I feel like he has to. It seems like there's a literal wince on his face whenever the deadlift hits the ground, and he's experiencing that
Yeah.
jolt of force.
Like, you know, we are professionals and we know what the fuck we're talking about, but like, you have to wake up one day and realize, like, look, if you're wincing after bouncing the fucking bar, maybe you need to go look
Don't
up how
bounce
to
it.
deadlift.
Maybe just don't bounce it.
Yeah, or that too.
Yeah.
And then whenever you see
All right.
people not bouncing, I think you should do that.
Yeah, if you see people not if you could use like classic like Socratic knowledge and logic here, there's no higher order information required. If you just looked at other people deadlifting and you were like, are they wincing? No, I'm going to not do
Yeah.
what I'm doing and do what they're doing, and you'd be fine. Back extensions decently solid for how dynamic these deadlifts are. Like the rep 1 wasn't terrible,
No.
but then you start bouncing it. So, you know, like just starting strength 5-step deadlift. We want to put you in a position where each rep is as consistent and reproducible as possible. To do that, you can't bounce it off the floor, because if you watch it, when you are bouncing it, it's coming off the ground at a different spot in relationship to your midfoot every time. We want to make that as consistent as it can. And I'd bet dollar and dimes that the back will feel a little better.
I once had a
Here we
person
go.
in Korea tell me that that if I wasn't smiling while I was exercising, it wasn't very effective.
That was me. That was Korean.
That was Korean, Alex. Yeah, he started coughing.
Oh, this one's pretty sick. All right, Mick, you got to read this comment.
I felt. Let me check the email. They better be working. We fixed it the other day that it shouldn't, but
if not, he surrenders.
I don't seem. I also surrender to try and fix this issue because we.
That's very Australian of you, Tricky. Man, I love this guy. This guy's my new favorite deadlifter.
The extra time gym
It
as
looks
well.
like he's trying to like Dorian Yates row this shit.
Yeah, I feel like a row. He's gonna bust out into a row at any second.
Yeah,
now,
I do
but
too.
He just doesn't.
God damn, man.
I know.
This is like whenever someone tells you like don't lift with your back, like they're pointing to this.
Yeah,
Like,
this is the guy.
this is really
Lift
bad.
Knees, not your back.
Yeah.
It's man, this is like an interesting stiff-legged Romanian deadlift. That's also like a flexion curl.
Yeah. This is very cool. I like this.
He's up.
I know.
Rounded.
Is it? I'm not sure, Kevin. I've never seen knee slide at deadlift before. It happens apparently, man. You've seen it here, man. You've seen it here. Is his upper back rounded? I'm not sure. Let's find out. Done. See, like this almost looks like he's about to like
He's about to row this
on the ground. If the bar was on the ground and he like squeezed his chest up, I'd be like, oh, right, he's getting ready to do the deadlift. But no, he just stays in this position. That's pretty sick, man. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this.
Yeah, I love this guy.
Yeah, he's
Dude,
the best.
Reddit is awesome.
This one's great. It's incredibly far away. This is through 2 squat racks. All right, we're not.
Like, I hate to
Be
laugh
brutal
at
and
these
honest.
people, but
All
like
right.
at the same time, like you have to have some common sense to be like, yeah, this is like clear across the gym.
But you'll
I'll be
occasionally
okay.
see people who've like done their homework and then they like land on an A minus that or lift and you're like, oh great, perfect.
Yeah.
But they just never get that much attention.
This guy's trying to eliminate butt wink in a pair of cargo pants.
I love these sweatpants. I can't find them. I've looked for pairs on purpose. I cannot find them. They're like half an inch thick gray sweatshirt material, and they have utility pockets all over them because if you're doing sports and sweatpants stuff, you need utility pockets.
So, do you actually know what butt wink is? I think one of the coaches told me like it's the one of the sphincters, like in your anus or something. Like it's
One of
fidgeting or
them.
something like that.
Chase
I'm
Chase
not
has like
fucking
a
joking, man.
pressure lock, a multi-gauge, a multi-sphincter. Yeah. So in common parlance, butt wink being defined is lumbar flexion when entering the hole. Unsurprisingly,
I know what you're
Rip has
talking
an
about, Chase.
article
Alex
on
has no
this.
idea what you're talking about. I know absolutely
No,
what you're
I know
talking
what
about.
Chase is talking about, but I'm trying to provide some value to some poor soul who's watching this show.
They should test it at the seminar as well. When they test whether you can get your lower back into extension, they should also test if you got
If you
butt
do
wink.
have butt wink,
If you got
Yeah,
butt
I mean,
wink.
they just did that prostate exam episode.
Some
Didn't
people
they do
can't do
that?
it.
I'm not
What was
checking
that?
anyone.
Hang on, I missed. What did you say about a prostate exam?
On Starting Strength Radio, they had like some guy coming on to talk about prostate
saw that. That was
testing and
actually
like
pretty good.
PSA and everything else like that.
Mm.
And I was like, man, in 40 years, I hope I remember this. And I was like, I'm gonna tuck this information away for multiple decades from now.
So Sinclair asks, "Isn't butt wink a who's care issue?" No. So what's actually happening is this guy's getting his back into overextension, and at the bottom, he's going into a normal anatomic extension with his back. So he's freaking out and he's thinking, "Oh fuck! Like I'm loosening up underneath the load. I'm gonna die. So I have to fix this issue." And then some wise guy told him, "Yeah, that's butt wink." It's not. So he's totally fine, and you can see that he's initiating the squat out of the bottom with his chest, trying to over cue setting his back. It's totally fine. He just needs to focus on the squeeze, maintain it, shove out his knees, and he'll be fine.
I always use butt wink as kind of an example of like if you focus on one element of the squat or one element of any movement too much, it will become the next problem that you have. And then for a lot of people, if you're focusing on lower back extension or if you're focusing on butt wink, it will become a problem because you're moving it around too much. If you're focusing on the upper back too much and you're like very in your head about it, you're probably going to start screwing something up. Unless you're a decent athlete, you wouldn't be having a problem in the first place if you were a decent athlete. So it's one of those things where it's like this guy's probably focusing so much on keeping his lower back tight that he's, like Chase was saying, overextending at the beginning, and then it's returning to normal as he's going down to the bottom. Not a terrible problem, but like he has 135 on the bar. It's probably better for him just to like mature out of the movement and just keep adding weight.
Butt wink's only important in casting couch videos, from my experience, anyway.
I'm on a couch right now, Mick. Please.
A casting couch.
It's terrifying.
Can you zoom out so I can see
Terrifying.
the room? I think I've seen that room before.
No. Is this one of the official Starting Strength benches, by the way, Chase?
No. Looks like it's made out of Lego.
Are you sure?
No, it doesn't have the approved RIP brand on it.
Were those benches, I mean, are they slidey at all? How do you stop yourself sliding off those benches?
It does a little bit. Like if you chalk up a little bit, or if you kind of have some sweat a little bit on your back, you kind of stick to it. But we have bands at the gyms to where we can kind of loop around the bench to where it has enough friction to where it won't slide.
I guess they figure a real man has an enormous amount of back hair as well.
Yeah, you just go shirtless.
Yeah.
If you're wearing a slick T-shirt, I would imagine. I laid down on one once. I imagine if you're wearing a slick T-shirt, you'll slide on it. But I didn't have any problems otherwise in a normal T-shirt.
And if you actually set up properly and you get your shoulders in a good position, you're not going to move.
Yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about Australia. It seems like a resilient place to live out the apocalypse, but also it seems politically terrible. But it also seems like environmentally,
Awesome.
inhospitable. I don't know how to feel about it, man.
Mm.
Isn't that where like
How
the old school like Mad Maxes were filmed at?
Yeah. It was
Yeah, you're
set in
just
Australia.
slowly turning into fucking Mad Max, man.
We just need Mel
By
Gibson
the
to come
way,
back.
Mm-hmm.
man, he's coming out with a new movie pretty soon. I forget what
Is
it's
it?
called. Mel, all right, we're not gonna look this up on stream. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
I'll go to the other
Come
one.
on, do it. Yeah.
Mel Gibson new movie. What's in? Oh, it's called Last Looks. That's what it is. It's supposed to. Yeah. Oh, it has a 5.6 on IMDb, but 80% of users like it. So I don't know. Take that for what you will.
Users are always right.
It's about a disgraced ex-cop seeks solace by moving to the woods, but his quiet life comes to an end when a private eye recruits him to investigate a murder. Oh, this is gonna be great.
Mm.
All right, I'm excited for that. Chase, this looks like your type
Hold on,
of
we
fella.
didn't even talk to about the bench dude.
About the homemade bench guy.
No, I mean, look, the bench looks solid. Just look up how to bench now, and you'll be good.
Yeah, grip's a little bit too narrow.
Mm-hmm.
Fat Man is my favorite Christmas movie now. I haven't seen Fat Man. I love Dragged Across Concrete, though. That was great. Did you guys see that?
What the fuck? There's a movie called Dragged Against Concrete?
Dragged Across Concrete.
Across.
It's great. I forget who the director. He did Bone Tomahawk and then something.
Tomahawk. Who comes
Bone
up
Tomahawk.
with these names?
Amazing.
Is he like hanging around like a middle school and he's just asking,
This
hey,
is
what sounds like a
anime?
cool movie?
It's not an anime. It's just a really good movie. You guys are plebes. It's Craig Zoller. It's Craig Zoller.
What's your
for me.
favorite
I
movie,
forgot
Chase?
his name.
I don't care about this guy's bench press. What's your favorite movie?
Man, I really love the
We're not going to
Goonies.
form check someone who's lifting on plates either. So, you know.
No, he's doing great.
All right. Chase, favorite movie?
I said the Goonies.
Good movie. Alex has
Let
probably
me
never
see.
heard of that.
No.
I've seen the Goonies. Oh my god! You know how many movies
Not a
I've watched in
cartoon.
my
Alex
obese
doesn't know it if
childhood?
it's not a cartoon.
But also, like, I like the, as I mature, I love Blade Runner and stuff like that. Dude, there's a cool film. I made Phoebe watch this. It's called Cat People. So this is like 1982. No. Hear me out. It's fucking weird, but it's good. So Cat People. The main premise is there's this group of family that is they're were-leopards. Yeah, this is, and it has like I forgot her name, but
A
anyways,
horror romance.
oh dude, it's cool as fuck. Yeah, Natasha Kinski. So it's just a fucking wild ass fucking story where she's a were-leopard, and she is trying to get seduced by her brother.
I can't imagine the blurb
right.
would have made Phoebe feel too good, to be honest.
Oh no,
you were
dude,
like,
she thought
Phoebe,
this was
check
fucking
this
weird.
out. You were
Well,
like
anyways,
a young woman.
there's a
sexual
section.
awakening.
No, there's a section in the movie where the Naomi Kinski, whatever the fuck her name is, she's full on naked. Like you can see full bush, everything. I'm just like, what in the fuck? Like whenever
was
Rip
Bush
first
82.
recommended this, I thought it was a porno because I was like, oh, dude, this is like, she's kind of cute. Like she's hot as fuck in some of the scenes, and then you just see like all these goddamn leopards running across. And they're just fighting. It's like, this makes no goddamn sense, but it's awesome.
The number one tag is female removes her clothes.
Yeah, dude, I'm not
This
shitting. You
is-
can see full on bush.
Oh my god, that's just Chase. I feel like you're in like this bygone generation who just like I feel like you bury Playboy magazines in the woods. So like,
Yeah, I
Phoebe
don't want
gets
anyone to find them.
VHS.
You're like Phoebe. I'm going for a walk in the woods.
Yeah, I can go
You're
walk
just
my
like,
dog.
there's no internet in Oklahoma, and that's what you got to do. But yeah, I'm leaving this Captain Awesome comment up. Bone Tomahawk is a kick-ass movie. It is. All of the Craig Zoller movies are great. I'm just repping him no matter what. Tricky.
I gotta go.
Have you guys seen the new
boys, but
Spider-Man?
if you want to keep this going, I need to run because.
Oh yeah, we're at the hour mark.
I got a dentist appointment. But if you guys want to keep going, you can.
Are you taking all of your teeth out so you can do your job better? Or
taking all my gold out so I can sell it for some Australian dollars.
Amazing. All right, have fun at the dentist, man.
All right, catch you boys later on.
All right, later, dude.
See you, Mick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch this movie now, Chase. I'll let you know how it goes.
To cat
I'm
people, yes.
an appreciator of the cinema.
It's cool, man. Like, so the part that I found fascinating too is like they used all real leopards in this. Like,
Like
I don't
real
know. I'm
leopards.
not shitting you. So there's a scene where like there's one guy, he's fighting basically a leopard in this fucking room, and he has a mattress and he's fucking just blocking all these attacks. I'm like, how did you not get mauled to death?
It's an artifact from a different time.
Oh, dude, it's so cool.
I know. It's probably amazing. This guy needs to lean over more or stand too vertical, dog.
Mhm.
Tricky, I'm gonna go see the new Spider-Man movie with my wife probably next weekend. I'll let you know how it goes.
Spoiler alert, they all die.
All of the Spider-Men,
All of them.
all three of them.
Fucking just shot to the head.
Jesus
Execution
Christ.
style.
The Green Goblin just gets a gun.
Yeah, he just said,
He's
"Oh
like, "Why
man,
didn't anyone do this before?"
yeah, this is so quick and easy."
He's like, "Man, these guys are just teenagers in suits." Yeah, Johnny Ortiz, 96, 9 days ago, needs to lean over a little bit more. How do you go about correcting these squats whenever you see them? This is a very common modality or type of
Mhm.
squatting.
If I have a person and they're warming up, like let's say empty bar or just like 95 pounds, I'm physically going to put them in the correct position by making them squat down. I'll grab their hip crease and grab the bar and actually shove them over and put them in the correct position and then make them come back up as they're bent over. And then, just cue them the rest of the time as the weight gets heavier and heavier because I don't want to touch them. It's too much of a distraction. Point your asshole back to the wall behind you. Freeze your knees a little bit sooner type thing to where we're really emphasizing his butt back and his chest down.
Yeah, this is whenever I use the chest down cues. I always use like chest down, shove your pecs in between your knees, all those sorts of ones, just to get them to lean over. In a distant future, a savage trained only to kill finds a way into the community of bored immortals that alone preserve humanity's achievements. That's a pretty kick-ass
Dude, this
description. I'm gonna
sounds
be
cool
honest
as
with you.
fuck.
This does. I don't think Chase will watch it because there's no nudity or leopards. Oh, this is what this movie's from. This picture of Sean Connery. I had no idea what this was from. I
Oh,
thought
I'll
this was
take
from
that.
some Playboy, some porn, but apparently it's from Zardoz. Oh,
Damn.
this is gonna be amazing. All right, we'll have team movie night and we'll watch Zardoz. Do you think Rip has seen Zardoz? It's almost certainly,
I don't know, maybe.
100%. I feel
He's
like
seen like some weird ones. Like, have you ever seen Tank Girl? I haven't seen it, but it looks
Tank
fucking
Girl.
yeah. Look up Tank Girl.
Okay, Connery's costume in that movie, striped stripper attire. It seems to be Captain Awesome. Tank Girl. Oh, 1995.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Riding a war tank. Oh, this is almost like Waterworld, but instead of Kevin Costner, it's a girl in a
Basically,
tank.
yeah.
Oh man, this is gonna be pretty sick. This is the sweet spot for movies. I feel like 5.4 to like 6.8.
Yeah.
That's kind of the gem area. That's the gem. Oh, Ice-T's in this movie. Jesus Christ,
There's a bunch of weird, just weird characters
this
in it.
movie's going great so far. I feel like. Okay, everybody has their homework for this week. In the future, the odds of survival are 1,001. That's just the way she likes it. Game Changers. Melchior. Which one's Game Changers?
I think I heard of it, but I don't remember it.
Game Changers? Is it the 2018 movie? I'm assuming. Training Day? Yeah, Trick, send in your monologue. Send in your monologue next time. Your Hey Jake monologue. If you just sitting in your car, that would be pretty sick. Oh, is this an Alex Trebek documentary? An enduring appeal of TV game shows. This is another good one. Yeah, Training Day, I think, is the robot jocks.
Never heard of these robot
Jock.
jocks.
I'm assuming this is going to be pornography, which is I think is the goal. Gary Graham, but yeah, Training Day. I think Trick is again. He came in with the best suggestion. You would love the Craig Zoller movies. If you like Training Day, you'll enjoy. Oh, he says, nah, man. Game Changers, the vegan propaganda movie. I was like, oh, Game Changers is going to be a documentary about game shows, but it's not.
Hmm.
It's about vegan propaganda. Yeah, Training Day with Denzel. Trick, we're talking about the same one, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Denzel monologue where he's like, "Hey, Jake, you know." He gets his subordinate police officer to do a bunch of drugs and convinces him that he did crimes. Chase, have you seen Training Day?
Oh yeah. Like the
Okay.
scene where he's talking about like the dude who put peanut butter in his ass to like act like he's all insane and stuff.
No, I don't remember. I don't remember the
Remember
peanut
that where
butter scene. It's
he's
been a
talking
while.
about no, not like he actually was in a movie where that was a scene, but he's talking to those group of guys. I think it was fuck it, it was either like the captain or something like that, some prestigious political elite of the city, and he's like, telling the story about this guy that he brought in,
Point.
and he apparently shoved like crunchy peanut butter in his ass, and then during the trial, he reaches in his pants, pulls out his hand. It looks like shit, and he starts licking it. So they deem him criminally insane, and he's like
Oh
let
my
off the
God,
hook from
Training Day
like,
was in 2001.
damn.
All right, yeah. If I saw this from someone else, but if you just go to YouTube and you look up the Training Day monologue, it's a bunch of actors who just want to do. Uh,
Thank you, Tricky Trick. See, he knows the
he
scene.
knows. He knows. He knows. Yeah, we got Denzel, Ethan Hawke, Scott Glenn, very underrated actor. Anything that Scott Glenn's in is always quality, I feel like. All right, what's the Flight? Is Flight's the one where Denzel's the alcoholic
I
airplane
think
pilot? I
so.
just watched American Gangster. American Gangster was great. Book of Eli sucks.
Dude, have you ever seen there's this we just watched one with Denzel in it, and it's like this demon's after him and he's trying to fight this demon. And it keeps jumping from person to person. It was after this serial killer type dude, whatever. He
All right.
dies, and
Are
I
you
don't know what
sure
it's
this is
called.
Denzel?
He's in the movie. I swear to God, I forgot what it's called, but like it has
Okay. Is it
John Goodman in
It's
it.
not the Equalizer.
Fuck, what is it called?
It's
I think
man.
it was in '98. I know it was that.
All right, hold on. We'll go to Denzel's. Where's the cast thing? Here we go. Anybody knows the name of this? Samuel Denzel Jackson. Yeah, this could be another like Don Cheadle situation where it's like, who is that? Jamie Foxx, Don Cheadle. Filmography. Denzel versus Satan. Is it the? Let me know whenever you see that. Is it the Devil in a Blue Dress? Is that what it
No.
is?
God
It's
damn it.
not the Pelican Brief.
No.
It's not Heart Condition.
Where does it have the movie titles? It's 98. What the
Man, it
fuck is
sounds
it
like it's
called?
the Devil in a
I
Blue
swear to
Dress
God,
at
it's
this
not.
point.
I'm
Are
about
you
to look this.
sure?
I'm looking this shit up.
All right. This could be good, guys. It's in the 6.7 range. An African American man is hired to find a woman and gets mixed up in a murderous political scandal. All right, Chase. I don't think this movie exists.
It's Fallen. It's Fallen. That's what it's
Oh,
called.
here we go. Fallen, John Hobbs. Yep, right
Yeah.
there. All right. Homicide detective John Hobbs witnesses the execution of a serial killer, Edgar Reese. Soon after the execution, the killings start again, and they are very similar to Reese's style. There's an Arnie movie with that description.
No, it's pretty good, man. So it's
It's pretty
about
good.
like
It's a
demons and shit.
7, so it's moving into the it's getting up there. Yeah, John Goodman, now skinny John Goodman. I think
Oh,
if
no.
you've just been
He was
fat your whole life,
nasty in it, dude. He was
if
fucking
you're
nasty looking.
man, I don't know, Chase. I don't know what the move is. If you were that fat for that long, I think you just stay fat.
Yeah.
You just go out on top, I feel like. Yeah, cool, dude. Hobo with a Shotgun was a good movie.
That was a
It
weird
was
fuck. No, it was not a good movie. It's just weird.
it was good, and then I was like, oh, I feel like I haven't seen a movie like this before. You know what I mean? I'm
I
easily
guess.
entertained. Okay, I think we're at an hour 8. We're deep in IMDb
Yeah.
territory. Everybody go home. This is your homework for today. I say Godfather 2 or Heat. I just rewatched Heat. It's a classic, man. It truly is a classic. Have you watched Heat, Chase?
I think so, but it's been a minute.
All the Val Kilmer stuff, all the early Val Kilmer stuff, you just can't go wrong with.
No.
You just can't. All right. Hold on. We'll put this up because it's incredibly important. Bam. There we go. There's our
Mhm.
contact information, everybody. Chase, do you have any parting shots for the boys this week?
Cat people. Let me know what you think about it.
Cat people. Oh my God. Yeah, are we gonna have a screening of this during the seminar?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope we put it in.
Yeah, find Chase's Instagrams, Fight Meme at website. If you have any videos, send them in to support at strength.club. All right, what about The Gentleman? That's the last of the homework assignments for next week, everybody. We got to watch The Gentleman together. But okay, all right, I'm ending the stream, everybody. Have a lovely night.